Cruise news time. Well, we have a couple Carnival cruise ships that will require passengers to mask up. Also, more information on Disney's latest big cruise ship purchase. And well, I think I wasted a lot of money on drinks on the Carnival Horizon because I made one simple mistake. Don't make this mistake. Cruise news and my views. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news and views for your face on Saturday, November the 19th, 2022. And before I get to the cruise news, let me throw a quick shout out to everybody that's traveling to the Carnival Celebration naming ceremony. I can't believe that I passed up on this opportunity. The FOMO is hitting me hard as I'm talking to friends that are traveling to this naming ceremony. We had the bright idea that, look, we didn't want to be, overly crowded, so we'll go on the second week of the celebration. We'll be on the celebration November the 27th, but man, there's going to be a lot of people at the naming ceremony, and the one person I would like to meet is John Heald. I don't even know if I'm on John Heald's radar. He probably doesn't know me from anybody, but I so appreciate what that guy does for Carnival Cruise Line. I'd like to just shake his hand and tell him, good job, John Heald. I probably would have had that opportunity tomorrow, but I digress. I do not. But a shout out to everybody that's traveling. Our friends Jamie and Sharon from Sharon at Sea and their crew, they're traveling over tomorrow. And I'm sure like our friend Doug from Cruise Radio will be there. There's already people that are on that cruise ship. Our friend Mike, the Naughty Cruiser, probably more people than I know to mention. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good time at the naming ceremony. I'll be here at La Lido Loca headquarters with the full-on FOMO. It won't be a fear of missing out. It'll be mad at missing out. I have the Momo, mad at missing out. Nah, it's all good. Everything works out the way it's supposed to. Have fun, everybody. We will be a crowd, which I'm not a big fan of the crowd, so I guess that's the silver lining. All right, cruise news. Cruise news story number one is a story about the return of masking. Carnival has introduced enhanced safety protocols for two of its cruise ships following an increase of cases. The affected region is Australia. The two cruise ships, the Carnival Splendor and the Carnival Luminosa. You may recall the story last week of the Princess cruise ship in Australia docking with 800 passengers testing positive for the virus. It's a little bit of a deja vu. It very much seems like the restart of cruising in the U.S. Cruising has been restarted in Australia for a while, but if we think about what cruising looked like when it restarted in the U.S., we went through these ebbs and flows where you would see some elevated case counts, you'd see some stories, and protocols would change. And while I know this news will be to the chagrin of some people that aren't even invested in it, I will continue to farm out my trust to the cruise companies to make the best decision for their business, primarily because, well, they have more data than I do, and secondarily because, well, there's nothing I can do about it. Testing and vaccination are in play with these enhanced protocols also. So if you're cruising on either of these Carnival cruise ships in Australia, make sure you check with Carnival to know exactly what you need to do before you go cruising down under. It's on the bucket list. It's on the bucket list. Cruise news story number two. We talked the other day about Disney Cruise Line pulling the trigger on the partially built cruise ship, the Global Dream. This is really the world's largest cruise ship from a capacity perspective. The way it was configured originally is that it could house 9,000 passengers. Disney has come out and said, as we complete this cruise ship, we will configure it in a way not to hold 9,000 passengers, but to hold 6,000 passengers, which is 2,000 more passengers than they can currently hold on their largest vessel, the Disney Wish. It will also have 2,300 crew members. So this is a massive cruise ship with a massive capacity, and it's going to be exciting to see what Disney does with it. As I mentioned the other day, they won't be doing sailings from the U.S. on the ship. This will be for somewhere else. It will be interesting to see what other changes come down the pike. Also, from the rendering, I said it had 3 funnels. I was wrong. They have 6 funnels. How about that? When you wish upon a star. If you've ever been on a Disney cruise, they play that near the funnels. It's speakers, but it seems like it comes out of the funnel. It's pretty cool. It's very loud when you're there in person. How about that? And now I got to tell you about how I made a big mistake on the Carnival Horizon, which cost me some dollars in the form of drinks. But before I get there, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. And look, it's time to hit the like button. Do something with the like button. And unfortunately, if you do not, I will be forced to punish you. And your punishment is this. All alarms in your house, on your phone, at your work, anywhere that you use an alarm, whatever alarm you have, will be replaced with me singing, "When you wish upon a star." There, I'll sing it out of tune. Star makes no difference who you are. That's going to be your new alarm. You can avoid all that by hitting the like button. How about that? All right, here we go. A couple weeks ago, I was on the Carnival Horizon having a grand old time, and part of my cruising experience is testing the fates. Well, that's the magical term I use for gambling. And the long and the short of it is I gambled in the casino, I think every day that the casino was open. And a couple days into it, the lovely Jenny B, she had gambled enough that she got free drinks in the casino. Now, she is a slot player, and when you play the slot, the computers, the robots, they keep track of your slot play, and then at some point, you just accumulate enough points to where you can get free drinks in the casino. I think it's like 1,500 points. And so like on day 2 or 3, she had free drinks in the casino. Now me, on the other hand, I am not a slot player, and so I am beholden to the casino employees, to the pit bosses, to the dealers, to rate my play. So when I buy in at a blackjack table or a craps table or Ultimate Texas Hold'em, I learned that game, thank you Kitty Ray, when I buy into one of those, they put a number into their computer and then they speculate on how much I'm going to risk, and I get rated over time. And it is that rating that they use to give me stuff on the cruise. Now, about 4 days in, I had not been given any stuff, and I had made the assumption that, well, I just wasn't gambling enough to get given any stuff, and I finally went to the casino host. My mistake was not going to the casino host sooner. I went to the casino host and I said, "Hey, I've been playing for 4 days. Do you have any stuff for me?" And they're like, "Well, the offers come out at the end of the cruise." And so they were suggesting that once I got done with my whole week's worth of play, then I would get like some sort of offer, which is true. You do get some sort of offer after your week's long of play. But I said, wait a minute, I know others that have gotten free drinks. I know others that have been gifted steakhouse dinners. How do I, the blackjack player, get that stuff? And so I gave them my card, and they clicky-clickied on the computer, and they went, "Oh, you've got free drinks now." And I was like, oh, I wonder how long I've been paying for drinks in the casino where I had free drinks. It's not retroactive. It's only when you go and get them to give it to you. And so, yeah, I probably had like a good 2 days where I was buying sodas and the occasional adult beverage that I was paying for that was getting added to my shipboard account when it probably would have been gratis based on the fact that I've been gambling. Now, let me be preemptive, because I know there's going to be some wise anchors out there in the comments going, "Well, you know it's not really free. Nothing on the cruise ship is free because you pay to be on the cruise ship, and when you're gambling..." Yes, I think we're all adults. We know how it works. You don't have to waste your time in the comments talking about free versus included. We get it. People get it. You're not like the Einstein of the way cruising finances work. But yes, it's they use the word free because it's a nice psychological thing. Yes. And then that same night when I got the free drinks, when I sat down at the main dining room, I also got a free bottle of wine, and then I also got a free specialty. So by me not saying anything, I think I was missing out. And I've talked about this before. One of the first things you should do as a gambler on a cruise ship is get to know the casino host. And while I didn't follow my own rule, and it probably cost me maybe, I don't know, $50-$60 in drinks. Tell me about your experience, non-slot player. How do you make sure you get your free stuff? How quickly do you engage the casino host? What's some tips or some tricks that we can share with the community? Leave a comment below. And I don't know if you saw it, but there was this one time where I hung out with Chris Wong, the YouTuber, also a casino host on Royal, who kind of gave me some of the secrets about Royal Caribbean's casino. And of course, in that video, I say you should always talk to the host as quick as possible. But if you didn't see this episode with Chris Wong, make sure you check that out. This is Tony for Lido, Loca. And until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.